just trying to help you to think outside the box and help you to think a little bit differently about what you add to your meals, and also to try to begin a new normal. Hello, this is Lorraine, and welcome to Healthy Living, Spirit, Soul, and Body. So today I thought it would be a good idea to share another healthy recipe. And it's a funny thing, my supermarket was having a sale on shrimp. So I said, well, let me look up healthy shrimp recipes. So I went online, which is what I usually do, honestly, and it was so hard to find something that didn't have tons of cream, tons of butter, and cheese, and it's just not easy to find a good recipe. Really, when you think about it, of course you can make something taste good if you're going to add butter and cheese and cream, right? It's a no-brainer, but are those the things that you really want to eat? If you're planning and you're trying to live healthy, you kind of want to get away from those things. So I thought it would be a good idea to give some alternatives again. The funny thing is that when you add things like garlic and turmeric and cumin and thyme and all these other spices, you really don't need anything else to make the recipe taste good. Those spices in and of themselves can add so much savor, besides which the spices are actually healthy for you. So at the end of this video, I'm going to teach about the benefits of eating spices. So today I am going to be making a recipe, shrimp with vegetables. It's not really a stir fry, but it adds a lot of spices and a lot of savor. So here we go. So we're going to start off with defrosting my shrimp. Now, this is how I defrost my shrimp. I don't know how you do it, but I basically get a bowl, a good big metal bowl, and I fill it with very hot water from the tap. And I put the shrimp in a colander, and I have them basically defrost in the water. And if the water is hot enough, it's really not going to take that long to defrost them. In fact, I've had them in the water maybe 5 minutes, and already I can tell that they're ready to be cleaned. Now in this recipe, it calls for any kind of vegetables, but the ones that they especially call for that I enjoy, I have a red pepper, it says a head of broccoli. I have one small head and I have another small one, and it says 3 medium carrots. These are kind of small, so I'm going to put all 3 in, and that's basically all you're going to need. So I'm going to chop them up and we'll get started. So now I've cut my vegetables and cleaned and deveined my shrimp. There's my 1 head of broccoli. My carrots are cut in little slices, and my pepper, red pepper, is basically cut in strips and then cut in half. So I don't want the pieces of pepper to be too big. Then I took my shrimp, and I've heard this on a couple of different videos, that you need to dry the shrimp. So I'm going to do that. I got some paper towel and dried the shrimp, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some spices to the shrimp, so when they cook, the spices are going to kind of soak in. So now I'm going to get a mixture of a bunch of spices and add them to my shrimp. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, a 1/4 teaspoon of dill weed, basil, coriander, and onion powder, a teaspoon of thyme, and 1/2 teaspoon of parsley flakes. And I'm going to put them in this bowl, mix it up, and then add it to my shrimp. Finally, at the very end, before I start to cook my shrimp, I'm going to add some minced garlic. So now we're ready to cook our shrimp. And what I've done, the recipe actually calls for a lot of butter, about 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter. So in order to make it a little bit healthier, I'm mixing butter and olive oil, knowing that butter and olive oil actually make a good combination. So here's my shrimp with all my multitude of spices all stirred in and ready to go. So I just added my shrimp to my pan, and I'm going to let them cook about 2 minutes on each side. Flip them to the other side. Smelling awfully good. Now that I've taken the shrimp out, all that butter and olive oil is full of spices. So now when I add the vegetables to this pot, it's going to really, really make the vegetables taste delicious. So I've added my vegetables and I coated them with the oil and the butter. And now I'm going to let it cook for a while. In fact, I'm going to kind of steam it, so I'm going to get a cover and cook it with the cover on. So now I'm going to cook it for about 5 minutes, stirring about every minute, just to continue coating the vegetables. So it's been 5 minutes. The vegetables look like they're perfect. The broccoli doesn't look too wilted and everything else looks pretty good. So now I'm just going to add the shrimp back to the mix. Oh, yum. So I'm just going to let it cook another minute or so, and then it's going to be ready to eat, and it smells delicious. So here I am with my delicious shrimp with vegetables, and let's see how it tastes. I am very excited. And really, you can make this with any vegetables that you want. You could even make it with only broccoli or only carrots. One of the vegetables that the recipe actually called for was green beans, but I didn't have them in the house and they're not my favorite vegetable. So let's see, I'm gonna get a little carrot and a little shrimp. Tastes very tasty, very good. So here's the recipe. It's healthy and delicious. Eating healthy can be delicious. And next thing I'm gonna do when I'm finished eating this is I'm gonna talk to you about how healthy spices can be. So let's talk a little bit about spices, okay? Especially garlic. Me having an Italian background, I grew up with olive oil and garlic. We just had it on everything. That's how you made spinach, that's how you made broccoli. So I'm very accustomed to eating garlic. But there's all kinds of other spices that are terrific, and they just add so much to your meal. The funny thing about garlic, just to start off with, is garlic has been around literally for thousands of years. In fact, they actually found garlic in King Tut's tomb, which is pretty amazing. But garlic itself has medicinal properties. It's good for your heart, it has antioxidants, and garlic supplements have been known to reduce blood pressure. So besides which, it tastes delicious. So I went online and I looked. John Hopkins says that there are 5 spices that are the best spices that you can have as far as for health reasons, okay? And the 5 spices are cinnamon, turmeric, ginger, garlic, and cayenne. So pretty interesting. And the funny thing is you can actually buy some of these in a pill. I have actually seen turmeric tablets because of all the different medicinal properties in turmeric. So I just wanted to throw that out there, but I just wanted to let you know and begin to think differently about how you cook your food, and that you really, really don't need the butter and the cheeses and the creams to have your food taste delicious. Use spices to enhance your meals, and you'll actually be adding health to your life. Make a decision to eat and live healthy. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. I hope you try the recipe. It was very good. Just trying to help you to think outside the box and help you to think a little bit differently about what you add to your meals, and also to try to begin a new normal. As I always say, eating healthy can be delicious. And here's the other thing. I hope that this helps you get pickier about the recipes that you chose. like I mentioned in the very beginning of this video, I was looking for a recipe that used shrimp, a shrimp recipe, and it wasn't easy to find something that was healthy. So be picky. Keep searching till you find one that is healthy, okay? Hope you take these things to heart. Hope you add some spices to your spice cabinet, and have a wonderful week and enjoy the day. Bye-bye. See you next week. Bye-bye.